Have you ever tried mapping out your academic future and just felt like you were navigating this dense, dark forest completely without a compass? It's incredibly overwhelming, right? You've got your grades, your interests, your extracurriculars, and absolutely zero idea how to stitch all of that together into an actual career. Welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to be unpacking a really smart tool that solves exactly this problem. We're going to explore how we can finally ditch the guesswork and use structured, data-driven insights that chart a crystal clear path forward.
So, here is our roadmap for today. We'll be hitting 5 key areas. First, meet PathwayIQ. Second, structured academic inputs. Third, adaptive intelligence at work. Fourth, generating pathway insights. And finally, number 5, the readiness profile.
All right, let's jump right into section 1. Meet PathwayIQ.
So what is PathwayIQ? Basically, it's this incredibly intelligent system developed by an organization called the Symphony of Knowledge. Its entire purpose, the whole shebang, is to provide academic guidance, assess your readiness for admissions, and really align you with future opportunities. And here's the real kicker. It uses solely academic information to do this, and the entire assessment takes literally 3 to 5 minutes to complete. Think about that for a second. In the time it takes you to brew a cup of coffee, you can get a highly personalized academic roadmap.
The platform pulls off this kind of speed and accuracy by operating on a really brilliant, super efficient 3-step loop. Step 1, it gathers structured inputs from you. Step 2, its intelligence engine actually interprets your unique learning patterns based on those inputs. And Step 3, it generates highly actionable pathway insights. So it's this continuous, seamless flow of data in, intelligence applied, and strategy out.
Moving right along to section 2, structured academic inputs.
What's really fascinating here is just how simple the entry point actually is. The system kicks off with a 12 to 14-step process, starting with a very broad foundational question. What best describes your current academic level? You just choose between secondary school, undergraduate, or graduate. It's clean, it's focused, and it immediately sets the context for everything that comes next, without bogging you down by asking for unnecessary, distracting info right out of the gate.
Which brings us to section 3. And honestly, this is where things get really cool. Adaptive intelligence at work.
Notice how the system actually adapts on the fly. Because our specific user here selected graduate, the process instantly expands to a 19-step track. It knows that graduate admissions are a whole different beast, so it shifts gears to ask for highly specific metrics, like asking for a final GPA or CGPA. And it even explicitly tells the user why it's asking, noting that academic performance is a primary factor for graduate funding. So it's not just a static form, right? It's an intelligent conversation reacting directly to your unique profile.
Next up is section 4, generating pathway insights.
Now, instead of just spitting out generic fortune cookie advice like, work harder, this system literally mines your inputs to extract highly specific competitive advantages. For this specific graduate candidate, it identifies a flawless 4.0 CGPA. It highlights an emerging research profile with 1 to 2 publications, specifically calling out first author contributions. It even drills down into technical expertise, highlighting specific tools like TensorFlow and PyTorch within a machine learning and cancer focus. The system is basically holding up a high-definition mirror to your absolute best academic traits.
But, and this is an absolutely crucial point, this assessment isn't just making things up to stroke your ego. The system applies a highly rigorous scoring model. The analysis is based on 100% profile completeness, but more importantly, it applies a strictness factor of 1.00. What does that mean for us? It means the engine is analyzing your inputs against a very rigid, highly competitive benchmark. It is giving you a realistic, completely unfiltered look at exactly where you stand. And by taking all that strict scoring and all that specific data, it makes a really decisive recommendation. By intersecting this user's stated desire to focus on health and biomedical fields, with their demonstrated academic chops in data analysis and machine learning, the system confidently recommends the applied biomedical pathway. It connects the dots for you. It takes your past performance and draws a straight, clear line right towards your future graduate goals.
And that leads us perfectly into our final section, section 5, the readiness profile.
The ultimate visual output here is a readiness assessment radar chart. It brilliantly maps your readiness across 5 critical dimensions: academic, experience, career, admission, and financial. At a single glance, you can see your entire footprint.
You can instantly see exactly where your strengths are bulging outward and, just as importantly, where the lines dip inward, signaling the areas you need to focus on right now before applying to a graduate program.
Right alongside that chart, the system assigns a definitive numerical score. Now, for this specific candidate, even though they had a 4.0 CGPA and actual publications, that strict scoring mode we talked about assigns them a 13 out of 20. The system classifies this as moderate readiness. It is a vital reality check, right? It's telling the candidate, hey, you have a really solid foundation, but you are not completely bulletproof yet.
But PathwayIQ doesn't just hand you a mediocre score and say, good luck out there. To bridge that gap from a 13 to a perfect score, it provides a highly personalized trajectory. Because it identified specific gaps, it tells this candidate exactly what targeted interventions they need to take to enhance their competitive positioning. Specifically, it advises them to deepen their research footprint by publishing their ongoing work and strategically networking with potential supervisors. It literally turns a raw score into a strategic action plan.
So, we've just seen how PathwayIQ takes raw inputs, applies some seriously rigorous intelligence, and transforms them into an actionable, step-by-step roadmap. It completely removes the guesswork from academic planning, which really just leaves one major question. If you spent 3 to 5 minutes entering your data today, what pathway would the system recommend for you? And more importantly, what is your readiness score?